This is an audition for Media Mementos. Yep, I'm here. Once again, at least. Many minutes ago, Media Mementos made a new video saying that one of his viewers might join him on the reviews. So, what could horribly go wrong for me? I didn't get into Medora Entertainment's auditionistics, so yeah, but maybe I'll try my best to cover one of my favorite things about media. And this is something every food product has. And yes, sorry, I keep messing up. Media Mementos did make videos on the Quizno Sponge Monkeys, some British advertisements, normally what James A. Williams used to, and Chadtronic still. And he also reviewed the PG Tip / ITV digital mascots, Monkey and Al. Even a mascot from Domino's I've never heard of. No, it's not the Noid, it's Bad Andy. Which basically looks like if you took Kermit and Donkey Kong in a blender, they would merge into one. Yeah, Domino's, what the heck. Yeah, he also did Smiling Bob, but that's not actually a food product. That's basically a Mucinex wannabe. So as I'm going to press this remix, I'm going to share you the dark ages of food mascots. Hit the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl Ghost Zone 8-bit remix. Okay, where do I start with this era? Much like the 1960s Looney Tunes. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, replay that again. Okay, where do I start with this? Much like the 1960s Looney Tunes, the food mascot world was once again in a crisis. As if Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy getting discontinued for the, second time. Well, Fruit Brute was discontinued the third time. In 2022 when Cause brought him back. But I guess the Brute didn't last long. But this all started in 2020. And it started with this one commercial from when? In the Super Bowl. And this is the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl of when the San Francisco 49ers were finally starting to put progress to it and were facing up against the Kansas City Chiefs, who for years wanted another Super Bowl trophy. Spoiler alert, the Chiefs won because the 49ers basically became the Atlanta Falcons from 2017. But this Super Bowl commercial started the dark ages of food mascots. Okay, how about we tell everyone? Mr. Peanut from Planters dying was when the Dark Ages began. He basically sacrificed himself to two celebrities. I don't even know who they are. Literally. This guy was made in the 1900s and died when the pandemic existed. Isn't this freaking sweet of how Mr. Peanut died? But it was starting to get very, very horrible. And this drove everyone insane.
Once again.
Okay, it didn't actually continue with that. But many, many things happened to every single food mascot. Well, let me just tell you one thing. Literally, some mascots like Trix the Rabbit, Twinkie the Kid, and Sunny the Cuckoo Bird no longer have advertisements. It was either because they had a new campaign in the 90s, or basically worse continuing, but they didn't want to make ads anymore. How freaking strange. But then it got 100% worse.
Once again.
Okay, now let's get on to the one thing that ticked me off. This advertisement from M&M's. You know, the chocolate button that's covered in candy shells has the letter M in it. Yeah, you all know it, so I'm not going to annoyingly say, but for most of you who don't know it, because I guess everybody knows M&M's, and seriously, that line is getting old. Much as how one user who was a fan of both Thomas and Friends and Turning Red tried to either defend someone or expose someone. Yeah, haven't heard of that since. I'm just going to show you the advertisement, and I'm just going to let you drain all of your heart from the inside of when you like them. Okay. I'm sorry to quote the nostalgia critic and James A. Williams, but this advertisement was jumping the shark, coming back, shooting it in the privates, raping it, consuming its flesh, consuming its soul also, mounting its head on the wall, and doing it to 12 more freaking sharks just to be safe. I can't. I'm sorry to quote up James A. Williams once again, but how could I describe this crap? When I first saw this commercial with Maya Rudolph, I was literally scared that the M&M's mascots were going to retire. Literally. I was almost scared that this abomination of a so-called celebrity was going to ruin the M&M's franchise. But as soon as I was worrying, they came back. And I was freaking relieved. I'm just going to show you the reliefment that I have. And your heart will finally be revived for people who are still mad at Mars Co. for basically adding in a color that could already be available in M&M stores in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank freaking God. Oh, whoops, forgot the audio.
I can't believe we were actually put on pause.
Am I anxious about being back? Does it seem like I am?
I'm glad to be back because this is what I was made for. I mean, as a walking, talking candy, my options are pretty limited.
Yes. When I first saw this commercial, back when I was still wanting the Kansas City Chiefs to defeat the overrated Philadelphia Eagles, I was happy that red, yellow, orange, Miss Green, Miss Brown, blue, and the new character, purple, were back. Thank God. And that, my friends...
DirecTV has two ways to get the TV you love, satellite or internet.
Come on, not now, DirecTV. I'm making an... Okay. Now, as what I was saying, and that, my friends, concludes the dark ages of every food mascot. Sure, there were only two controversies. The reasons why I didn't add up Toucan Sam's redesign, Apple and Cinnamon from Applejack's redesign, or even Koolaid Man leaving was Velsky Bum 94 already has some. I am honestly happy this dark age was over because my heart couldn't take it anymore. I mean, why didn't I also add in Mr. Peanut being revived? Because I was already over it. But seriously, can you blame me for taking forever for like 12 minutes? Mr. Peanut basically committed suicide just to save his friends. And the M&M's mascot almost being replaced. I am glad this era is over. And not to offend Maya Rudolph or anything, but I'm just wishing people weren't so keen on her. Seriously, she should just go back to being a Saturday Night Live cast member and not ruining one of my favorite candy products. And that, my friends, ends the video. Media mementos. If you're watching this, I hope you can put this as my one video on your channel, and please edit out some of the parts where I had to close the door where my mama was working, and also the times where I completely messed up. Yeah, I hope you do. See you next time. Bye. Pikachu Watch out.